Facebook Live, man, it's fucked up out here. Man, goddamn Facebook Live. Facebook Live, these folks done passed out, man. These folks done passed out on her Facebook. Look at this shit. What wrong with these folks? Damn, these folks on good dope. Oh, they on that good shit.
This shit's so serious.
Oh, boy, got that Frank. You got that Frank Lucas. Hey, these folks on that flocker. Oh, look, Jack. I was in the middle of a conference call. Damn, Jack. Somebody, they need some milk. Oh, get away from these folks.
Yeah, they called them.
Man, boy. Oh, yeah, call tell them they white, man. They gonna speed up. 2 white males and a female down. Injured. Man, them folks ain't moved. Ooh, shit, that bitch feet dirty. Oh, shit. Man. Hey, look.
Shit to make them think they zombies once they get up.
They gonna bite.
You can't get them motherfuckers up off you. You gonna get them up.
Hey, Dick, man, what the fuck going on, man? This is crazy.
I ain't never seen shit like
It's like a museum. I don't know what they done hit. Get us some milk. Get these folks some milk. Look, look at them. This tree been out here 15 minutes straight. My gas through. Hold on now. Baby, you up? Come on. Oh, no, he through. He done.
All right, Shalom Makim, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. And peace and blessing to you brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. All right, so I'm going to do this lesson. And this is, hey, man, I'm you know, my spirit is rejoicing. All right, because, all right, Esau's kingdom is going down. All right, and we're seeing it right before his eyes. Now, what I want to do is I want to do a little bit on this opioid crisis that's happening in America, and the primary main target that these opioids are destroying are these so-called white people, all right, which are the biblical Edomites. Okay, now all of a sudden your people are dying. Okay, now all of a sudden Donald Trump has declared America that there's an opioid crisis. All right, and opioids, those are pills. Those are pills. Those actually go back into heroin. All right, the poppy seed, which these different drug companies, they synthesized it and then they made it to pain medicine. Now all you middle American average so-called white people, all right, are being addicted to these painkillers, and now it's destroying your communities. Okay, out there in Ohio, out there in Virginia, okay, out there in all these states out here, all right, there's a big opioid crisis, and a lot of people are dying in overdoses. Now, during the 90s, you had them big pharma companies, okay, pushing them drugs, all right, paying off doctors, okay, setting up, lobbying, okay, to push their drugs upon the people. All right, and what did they do? They put more hell on the people through working long hours, okay. You so-called white people are having marriageable problems. Or now you turn into pain medicine, you turn into opioids, okay? Your daughter's out there just doing who knows what, okay? Your son is a flaming homosexual, okay? Your bills are piling up, okay? Your debt is piling up, okay? Everything in your wife is stepping out on you. Everything that was plaguing the so-called Black and Hispanic communities and Native American communities are now plaguing you so-called white people, all right? Just like during the time in the 80s when you brought that crack, okay? Because the so-called white men, the elite of this world, all right, they set up that crack epidemic. And what did it do? It destroyed millions of blacks and Hispanics, all right? It destroyed their family structure, all right? The mom was strung out, okay? And then the kids, they were born and they were addicted to crack, okay? They were addicted to crack cocaine. All right, they were having seizures, Okay, they're having mental problems. That's why these kids now today are so messed up in the head. Now Esau, he's having the same issue, all right, on a higher level, man. Because now that these they can't get those those prescriptions anymore because it's a crackdown. They're turning to street drugs. They're turning to actual heroin. Okay, with laced with fentanyl. That's of a stronger strain. Okay, and they're dying by the boatloads. Now Esau's calling this a silent epidemic because you got a lot of Edomites that are dying, but nobody's really saying anything. They're keeping it hush hush. These families are keeping it hush hush. Now, you don't see all these so-called white people going to jail. You know why? All right. And Lord's woman put the clip up. All right, because it's a shameful thing now. All right, these police officers are rolling up to these heroin addicts that are shooting up. All right, and Esau's not putting them in jail. All right, what is he doing? He's trying to create programs for them. All right, they're turning into social workers. All right, because this is a shameful thing. Okay, for now, you so-called white people are the new crackheads.
I just, we got to find out who you are, okay? Cool.
The girl on the ground just is getting well. She's shooting heroin.
Stop crying, babe. We don't care.
These officers are making fewer arrests. They are more likely to refer addicts they encounter to social services.
Where's the syringe? Because I want to be safe.
So you've become a social worker.
We are social workers.
You are social workers.
Yeah.
But
But
a
yes,
viewer
how many-
listening to you now would
Yeah.
say, gee, you're taking an awfully
Bleeding heart.
gentle approach.
We could not incarcerate these people or arrest our way out of the problem. You would arrest a person, they'd be in jail for 20 or 30 days. They would get sober, they would start using again. We continued to arrest them, and then they would use and continue to arrest.
How much do you use a day?
Like $5.
Okay. And how long have you been using?
I just got out of jail.
I'm not putting you in jail. Are you a meth user too? Do you have any desire to get on methadone and get well?
That's
Or
what I'm trying to do.
if you have a problem, come and see me at this office. I'll give you something to eat. I'll let you call your parents. We'll sit down and we'll have a talk. Do you still need that cooker?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The most recent.
Okay, you're the new face of drug addicts. No longer is it the so-called black man. All right, you're the face of addiction. Okay, and you're dying by the thousands, man, in all these different countries, man. All these different countries, all these different cities here in America, you're dying by the boatloads. Okay, because all your daughters and your sons, all right, are opioids. All right, they're addicted. They're shooting up heroin. All right, and we see it out there in San Francisco, man. All right, before we go to camp, we go to the alley. All right, and there's nothing but drug addicts there, man. Shooting up, literally, you see the needles in the hand. All right, needles all on the floor. All right, so this system that Esau has created, this drug peddling through the pharma companies. All right, it's now your system that you try to place upon the children of Israel, you Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all strung out on dope now. It's the roles have reversed. All right, so let me get a scripture real quick. So this is Proverbs 28:10. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. All right, let me read that again. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way. Now, who are the righteous talking about? All right, the righteous are talking about the Israelites. And I'm going to prove that, okay? Let me prove that. This is Proverbs 12:26 before we move on. It says, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduceth them. All right, so the reason why we were strung out on dope, all right, because the ways of the wicked seduced us. All right, you deceived us. All right, the majority of our family born from the 80s all the way up until now, okay, a lot of the kids are crack babies, man. You broke up millions of families, man. You destroyed millions of lives, Esau. All right, you so-called white people, and I'm talking about the elite. Okay, the ones who are really behind the makings of this epidemic. All right, how crack and all the heroin hit the black community. Okay, during the 80s when they start pushing it, and this is all a concoction that you scientists did. All right, you Edomite scientists, and now you destroyed us. Now that same system that you have created, okay, is having all you average so-called white people here in America, even you elite dying of overdoses. All right, Now that same thing that you try to place upon us and try to destroy us is destroying you. All right, now you're trying to set in place different programs for you so-called white people, but they're going right back out on the street. All right, and doing it what it does. All right, they're going back right back on the street and they're shooting up. All right, and you're supplying them. All right, but we were deceived by you. All right, because we're the righteous, even though there's wicked people. There's wicked Israelites. All right, we're still more. It says the righteous are more excellent than his neighbor. Okay, we're more righteous than you, Esau. So let me go back. All right, because this system, which in the scripture it says pit, that word pit goes back into system. So this whole economic system that you created here in America, where your pharmacological companies, okay, your police stations, okay, these doctors that you set up, these ambulances that come and pick up the people, okay, this revolving cycle of using drugs and trying to go into an altered state of reality because you have messed up the whole world. So everybody's in pain, man. The average so-called white woman, okay, is having kids with seizures, man. Okay, she's having kids that are epileptic. She's having kids that are twitching, that are addicted to crack, that are addicted to opioids, okay, addicted to heroin, okay, and these are newborn babies, man, having seizures, convulsions. They'll have to take the kids, put them in foster homes, and then the kid grows up bugged out, and that's the same exact thing that you did to our people. That's why you got all little Tay-Tay and Devon in the hood shooting up people, man. It's because the crack and the drugs and the violence that you have perpetuated and pushed on our people. And you made that black culture. Oh, look at these blacks. They're always on drugs. Okay, these Hispanics, they're always on drugs. Look at the Native American Indian. He's just a drunk. He's just a drunkard. He does drugs. You know? Now that shame is being placed upon you. All right? Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. So this creation that you have created, this drug culture, now is being placed upon you so-called white people. All right, and now it's being deemed an epidemic. When you have the crack so-called epidemic, you was locking up black men. All right, you're locking up the addicts, the mothers, the children. Or you'll put their ass in jail, or give them hard sentences, 20 years, 30 years. All right, and now you ain't doing that to your fellow Edomites, all right, because it's shameful unto you. So that's proving another way. It's another way to prove that you're a racist, man. All right, here it is. You got Sheila. She's on drugs, okay, and you don't do anything. But when Tyquisha's on drugs, you'll lock her ass in prison, man, and give her a 5-year sentence. You wouldn't set up any programs for her to go into a drug rehabilitation center, all right. But you're doing that for the so-called white woman, all right. She's having kids that are all bugged out now. All right, there's a big epidemic of people just dropping dead from overdoses because now that you have stopped the flow of those pain medicines, they got to get it, man. They got to go get it. So what do? They go to the street pharmacy, all right, and then they get they fix, all right, and they do all type of things to get the money, all right. They'll sell their children, all right. They stop working. They'll steal, all right. They'll sell their bodies. They'll do whatever it takes to get that fix. And this is the creation of the so-called white people. Are you Edomites? Now this drug addiction that you try to put on as the face, you try to put the Negro as the face of drug addiction, okay, here in America. Now it's you so-called white people, all right? But you're not going to put it out there, all right? You're not going to put it out there in the mainstream media how bad it is, man. Oh, this is really bad. All right, a lot of you Edomites are dying. you damn white people are dying left and right, man. And it's increasing more and more because you're putting more and more stress on the people. Esau, all right, you people gotta work. You people gotta work 16 hours a day, meaning what you probably work 8 to 9 hours at work. You gotta get up. It takes you about an hour to get up. Okay, about an hour to commute each way. Okay, and then you go back home and you gotta do 1 or 2 hours of work. All right, so you're working like 16 hours a day, man. 15, 16 hours a day. Stressed out. No relief. All right, your woman is not giving you what you're supposed to have. She's out of order. All right, she's stepping out on you. Okay, your kids, Kids always begging for money. All right, they're coming home late. All right, you're not doing as good at work. You have this this elephant on your back of all this stress. You're walking on concrete. This is the system that you so-called white people have created. All right, and now the system is falling upon you. Now you're falling into the pit. Now you're falling into the ditch. All right, and the children of Israel, we're strong, man. We're not dying. We're not dying like you so-called white people over overdoses. It's you damn Edomites, man. It says, but the upright shall have good things in his possession. That's right, the upright. Okay, starting with the 1/3. All right, the 1/3, the elect. All right, because the Most High, He's going to preserve us. All right. Now, this is an unprecedented epidemic that's happening. It's the worst in history. Drug epidemic, man. This is bigger than a crack epidemic. All right, and you know what happened to the crack epidemic? Now, all you so-called white people, all right, you regular Edomites that might have a job working, making $125,000. Your wife make $80,000. Okay, you're the image of a great family on the outside. Okay, and you're in debt. All right, your car's going to get repossessed. Are you taking out a second mortgage on your house? All right, to cover bills. You're piled up in credit card debt. Okay, you're living off credit right now. Okay, your woman, she just pretty much had to stop working, and she just a drug addict. And you give her the money so she can go and do it, because it's so much of a shame to let everybody know that she's a drug addict, man. All right, so you're funding this, and then what happens more and more? You have to put your all into it until what? You bug out. All right, and this is what's happened to you so-called white people, man. You're being destroyed. You're being destroyed for trying to destroy the children of Israel. You try to destroy the children of Israel. This is one of your ways of depopulation of the children of Israel, and now it's falling. Now it's falling on you so-called white people, man. All right, I'm gonna get another scripture. Because you Edomites are done. You're through. All right, you're through. Your kingdom is going down. All right, all the hell that you try to place upon the children of Israel, it's coming. Your reward is coming on your head. All right, the scriptures say you reap what you sow. All right, because you sowed wickedness, that means you're going to reap wickedness. So now there's a big epidemic of so-called white people dying of overdoses, man. All right, you got these tent cities set up. Most of these homeless are so-called white people, man. Are you Edomites? The majority of homeless out on the street are you so-called Edomites, man. Are you so-called white people? You Edomites are shooting up heroin. This is, one second, let me find this. This is Psalm 7:11. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. All right, He's angry with the wicked every day, and you Edomites are the biblical wicked. All right, which you call yourself white people today, or you're the true Edomites, and you're the wicked. So the Most High now is judging you. He's angry at you. So He's allowing your daughters and your sons to become drug addicts, okay, and die in the streets. All right, and then it's very shameful. It's very shameful for this to happen in front of the whole world. That America is just a bunch of full of white people that are on drugs. Okay, and all you white people are on drugs. You regular everyday white people that have your own businesses, that work in these office settings. You go back home and you do drugs. You do coke. You do heroin. You do meth. All right, and some of you are able to balance it out, so to speak. All right, but it's going to come to the time where you're not going to be able to balance it out, and that's what's happening now, to where they give up everything. They're having kids out on the streets. All right, the kids are being addicted to marijuana, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl. They're coming out having seizures. They're looking all bugged out. Their cognitive function is all messed up. They're pretty much coming out retarded. All right, so now you're having a age where the average so-called white person is going to have learning disabilities. All right, because they're going to be strung out on dope ever since they was a baby. All right, because their mom, all All right, and mom was addicted to heroin ever since she was 16. She was addicted to painkillers. Then she turned to heroin. All right. And then she had a kid, and then that daughter did it. All right, this is all going back into the 90s with them pain pills, man. You damn devils, man. And this is, hey, man, this is funny. This is funny, man. And the Most High is putting, Lord's walk and get the scripture. The Most High is turning all the curses that are upon the children of Israel. He's turning them on you so-called white people. You know what? Let me get that right now. Before I forget. And this is, let me see. I'm gonna go right to the point. This is Deuteronomy. Let me just go up so you can kind of get a little bit of the idea. A little back, little bit. Let me go back a little bit. It's Deuteronomy 30:5. And the Lord Yahweh Shemal Shai will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do good, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. All right, this is when the Lord he's gonna put us into that land. He brought us into the land, and the Lord and the Lord thy power will circumcise thy heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. When we go back into the land, the Lord, he's actually going to put these laws into our hearts. So meaning we're not going to sin anymore. Okay? We're not going to sin when we go back into the land. When he comes and saves us, when he brings his son Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. See that? So now all these curses, which you can find the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, starting with the 15th verse all the way up to the 68th verse. You can see all the curses that the children of Israel are that had upon them. Now those curses are being lifted up. Now all the curses are being placed upon our enemies. Primarily, number one enemy are you so-called white people. Okay, we were the face of terror. We were the face of addiction. Now you are. All right, all these things are coming out that you so-called white people have done. All right, and now it's being a shameful thing unto you, and you're calling a silent epidemic. All right, you're not arresting these addicts. Okay, you give supervision, you give supervised injections of the drugs. All right, so you can so the damn Edomites won't overdose and die in the streets. Okay, the majority of these firefighters. Okay, like 10 calls, okay, they have 10 calls, 5 of them are because of an overdose, man. And those same people come back on the street. They revive them with them drugs, it's witchcraft, and then they go back and they go get another hit, and then they do it all over again. All right, so this is a lot, and then it comes to the point to where they can't bring them back to life, all right, through his drugs, and they're dying. And then the parents, they're not saying anything about it. They're sweeping it under the rug. All right, and then you're not filling the jailhouses, all right, with them Edomites. You're trying to put them in programs, but they don't want to go in them programs, man. They want to take your witchcraft. You have created this, all right, so-called white men. You have created this system. You have created big pharma. You have created these drugs, these street drugs, and these so-called legalized drugs that the big pharmaceutical companies. Those are the real drug dealers, man. Those are the ones that are destroying the people, your people. And they can't handle it. They can't handle that because that heroin hijacks their pleasure centers, their serotonin, all right? And it makes them feel safe, all right? It makes them forget about the hell that they're in. Are you Edomites? It makes, because you Edomites are supposed to live good, all right? But the scriptures say, if Satan be divided against Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? So we're seeing Esau's kingdom crumble right before your eyes, all right? Right before your eyes, Esau's kingdom is crumbling. And one aspect of that is drug use, okay, addiction, all right, primarily to painkillers, and heroin, all right, which is another form of opioids, okay, all derived from the poppy seed, all right, where you're out there in Afghanistan getting, okay, because you Edomites have the corner. You cornered the market on drugs. All right, you're the one who created drugs. So now your creation is killing your fellow everyday Edomite. All right, your fellow everyday Edomite is dying over drug overdoses. All right, the kids are coming out as addicted to fentanyl and different type of opioids. All right, and Big Pharma, which is one of those, is Johnson and Johnson company. All right, they're part of this. All right, so you got a lot of these states and these counties suing these different big pharma companies because they're the ones who's pushing those drugs into the community. So this is all set up by the elites anyway, man. All right, but now it's getting out of hand, and then you Edomites don't know what to do. All right, so now all these curses are falling upon you, damn devils, man. And I'm gonna get the scripture real quick, and I'm gonna end it off on here, Lord's will. All right, because you did the same thing to us. All right, then you ravaged our communities. You know, auntie and your moms. Okay, they were drug addicts, man. A lot of these kids now they were birthed by crack babies, man. They were birthed as crack babies. Okay, coming out premature, or coming out with all your cognitive function is all messed up. Your immune system is all messed up. They pretty much never had a chance. They never had a chance to live. And then what do? They turn to drugs because they're addicted to it. All right, so the same thing is happening. All right, the next generation. I mean, there's no possible way that America can last. All right, it's imploding in itself. All right, this is the same thing that happened during the Roman Empire. Okay, you got a big influx now of sexually transmitted diseases. All right, bacterial infections that can't be cured by antibiotics. All right, the food is killing you. All right, because of its GMO projects, because of Monsanto's and companies like that. Are they're actually spraying barium oxide in the air? Or this place was set up to kill you, man. All right, and the Most High, the sins of you so-called white people, you Edomites, have reached up into heaven. All right, and now the Most High, He has remembered your wickedness, man. All right, the scriptures say, I just read it, that the Lord, He's angry with the wicked every day. You know. Let me just yeah, it says this is Psalm 7:11 again. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. All right, Psalm 7:11. He's angry with you, so-called white people. And now this is what's happening. All right, you're being addicted to your drugs. Are you're falling into the same trap that you try to put our people in. And not you average everyday low Edomites. Okay, you didn't play a hand in this. Okay, as far as the grand finale, or you were set up in low-level positions as cops. All right, the arresting our people as judges, sentencing them to prison. Okay. All right, then you were talking to your buddies. Oh, look at these on drugs. All right. Now I see more drug addict white people than I see black people, man. All right, because our bodies are naturally stronger, and then this truth is coming out. All right, this truth is coming out that we're the children of Israel. So now righteousness is being shed forth. All right, people are turning back to the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, who the world called God and Jesus Christ. All right, the God of the Bible. This is Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. That's right. Woe meaning destruction. And you are our neighbor, so to speak. Okay, Esau likes to say you're our neighbor. Gotta love your neighbor. You're our brother. All right. You gave us drink, and that drink was part of that drink where your pharmacy. Okay, your pharmakia, your drugs, your street drugs, are your prescription medicine. Okay, that get you addicted. Okay, while taking all the money from you, you know, and destroying your family. That putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And then, yeah, you look. Now we're on drugs. Now Shanika, she got 3 kids, a recovering drug addict, you know, living in HUD housing. All right, on welfare. She's the face of a drug addict. She's a face of what not to be in America. Now it's happening to Susie. Now it's happening to Mary Sue, Amanda, Jennifer. Now they're on the streets now. Now they're having kids on the streets, coming out all crazy. You know? So you try to do that to us, but that's that same plan that you try to perpetrate, that you try to hide, it's coming now upon your own people now. And now it's a shameful thing, and it's going to come to a point to where you're not going to be able to hide it. All right, that's, you know. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered." Yeah, drink thou also. Drinking that cup too. Part of that cup was destroying us by your drugs, by the pharmacological system. That was part of the cup that you made us drink, that you deceived us. Now what? You're being deceived. Okay? Now your average everyday so-called white person is deceived. "The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." Yeah, that's right. So it's shameful now. Your glory of the image of what a family was. You know, Bill and Mary with the 2 kids that sent off to college and their dog. Okay, the happy family. Now that's being turned into shame, and now all the other nations are seeing that you are not the face of you're not the face of prosperity. You're not the face of righteousness. You're actually the face of evil. You're the face of terror. You're the face of of addiction. All right, you can't get your fellow Edomites to stop taking them opioids, man. And they're dying by the boatload, man. They're dying. They're overdosing left and right, man. Thousands. All right, you Edomites are now becoming the minority. All right, it's gonna be you're gonna have to lock this place down. All right, because a lot of you Edomites are dying. All right, so hey man, it's a beautiful thing. All right, hey man, deaf to all you so-called white people. All right, and if you got a problem with that, hey, so what? Take it up with God. All right, he's destroying your existence. He's casting shame upon you. All right, you're being shamed right now. It's looking very bad to be a so-called white person in 2017. All right, Trump is the president. He ain't doing shit about your current situation. All right, he's controlled by the elite. He don't care about you low-level Edomites that strung out on drugs. All right, selling your bodies. All right, dying of drug overdose. Okay. And you don't know what to do. So hey man, again, once again, deaf to you so-called white people, deaf to all you Edomites. All right, deaf to America, which is Babylon the Great. All right, deaf to the 2/3, because they're getting caught up in that trap also. All right, 2/3 of our people, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, the ones that are out there doing the word and truth and sincerity. Okay, so I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, and double honors to the apostles. All right, and shalom to the elect.